North Carolina. Nice.
Welcome. My name is Steve Stein, and I'm the host of the Surfing the Tsunami of Change One Day Summit Series. And this is I knew that would happen. And this is the opening session for the Epidemic of Loneliness live event series. And we are very excited to have Sheila Magelhaes from Heart Song Yoga presenting Gentle Yoga, A Path to Wholeness. And before we start, I'm just going to give you a real quick kind of update. Some of you might have been to our summits before. I know some of you are Sheila fans, and as we all are here. So just a quick update what we're up to. And we step into the new year. Our big focus is on unplugging and bringing ancient ideas down to street level. We've got new stuff. Our first amazing interactive journals that are part of the Unplug movement. We're going to be doing more. So of course we're online now. And both of these are just from Mark Matusek and Alan Watts. And real quick, just let you know, we're launching our WisdomFeed Academy, which is our curated course hub. And we're kicking off our Try This at Home series, which is really a series of micro practices. And I call your attention to tomorrow in the summit, that John Kabat Zinn is a recent program we've added to the summit on micro practices. And quick last two things. Next Tuesday, we're doing a Brooklyn Stories podcast. That'll be live. And then on January 5th, our first event of the new year, which is free or by donation, is with John Kabat Zinn and Brother Phap Liu, who's in the Thich Nhat Hanh tradition. And that's going to be a great way to start the year. And that's my spiel. And that's it. So welcome, everyone. So glad you made it. And Sheila, thanks so much.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Steve. Whew, it's quite an honor to be here with all of you today. And after hearing names like Thich Nhat Hanh and John Kabat Zinn, Sheila Magelhaes here, Heart Song Yoga, East Longmeadow, Mass. And I've done several of these symposiums, these summits with Steve, different topics at different times. And I encourage you all to check out the different speakers, the authors, the wisdom keepers who will be available for you to tap into in the next 2 days. Between today, tomorrow is jam-packed. And there's lots of ways to learn and grow and understand this epidemic of loneliness. Today's fast-paced world, endless demands, distractions. It's very easy to feel disconnected from one another and from our own higher intuitive selves. So I feel like that's quite ironic in some ways. We have all of these devices that are designed to keep us connected at all times, yet we often find ourselves feeling quite distant from each other and from ourselves, and what I like to call the quiet presence that lives beneath the noise. I think Steve was the first person who said to me a couple years ago, like, it's so hard to be heard when there's so much noise out there, so many things coming at us and from so many directions. So today's practice is gentle yoga, a path to wholeness. And it is a practice for everybody. So for all of you who have joined this morning, whatever your background is, whatever your experience is, I'm honored to lead you and guide you and share with you not only the physical practice, but some of the teachings that have been offered to me from my teachers and their teachers, and to give you that sense of reconnecting. So the first thing that I would invite you to do is to take a comfortable seat which is an invitation to sit. And you might have a mat, you might just have an open space, you might have a blanket, whatever you have, and wherever you are. You can have your legs stretched out, you can sit cross-legged. I will be doing some of the postures with you. I'll kind of come back and forth to the screen, to my own mat. If it's comfortable, you can close your eyes. Or you can look soft past the tip of the nose. And as you do, shift your breathing so that it is in and out through the nose, where you'll have a soft jaw, soft eyes, a smooth brow, the shoulders falling away from your ears. And take a big breath in and let it out slowly, gently. You might even hear a soft sound, a resonant sound. And I'll breathe with you and settle in with you and invite you to bring your attention inward to the inner landscape of breath, heartbeat, the flow, as we say, life force energy that comes in with every breath you take. A breath that's steady and quiet and always available. And as you breathe and as you settle, observe sensation. Breath and sensation anchors us to the present moment. An invitation to slowly unplug from the demands of the day, let go of what's ahead, release expectations, letting go of the past without regret, trusting in this moment, all is well. Fold your hands together at the heart. This gesture of deep respect for yourself, for one another. The Sanskrit word yoga, it means union, to join or to yoke together. A beautiful reminder that we are all interconnected, that we are never truly alone. Even here in the quiet of your own space, you're surrounded by others, breathing, moving, and being just like you. From the place of the heart, feel the quiet support of this shared experience, connecting through breath, intention, and aware presence. And then let the hands fall away to your lap, to your knees, to some place where you can just feel the restful sense, the quiet presence of your true self shining through. Imagine the edges of the body, energetic, physical, softening, dissolving, and feel your energy expanding gently outward like a ripple across still water. And let it reach to the others practicing with you now this morning. Softly, quietly, and with care. This is connection. This is community. And even here, even now, it's enough. Beginning the practice with gratitude for the body, the breath, this moment. We begin practice. Move, stretch, breathe, and be present, paying attention on purpose. And if there's any time and any moment where you need to rest or stop or change what you're doing, please do. Take care of yourself. This is your self-care and your practice. Draw back your shoulders. Lift up through the crown of your head. Feel the breath coming in like waves, receding, rising and receding, and we'll make those connections of movement to breath. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, let your head fall down, chin towards the hollow of your throat. And I'll join you on the mat. Chin towards the hollow of the throat, and then move your head a bit from side to side. Just running your chin along the curve of your collarbone. Easing away any tension or tightness that you might feel or notice in the back of the body, across the shoulders, anything that feels like it might be a little bit of a pain in the neck. And imagine that you let some of that slowly, easily fall away. And the next time the chin is at the hollow of the throat, take your hands behind the back of the head and lean slightly forward so that you're rounding your back, tucking your chin, and bringing the elbows in towards each other. Pause right where you feel a little sensation, a little tug back, and imagine you could send the breath right to that space or place where you feel that tug. Where you put your attention, the energy always follows. Now lift your head with your fingers still laced, and lift the head up and look up and lean back a little bit, pressing the elbows back, opening the chin, the chest, the heart space. And then gently dropping down again, chin to chest, rounding, curving, maybe a little extra gentle press, and time and gravity curling you down. On an inhale, lift your head, draw the shoulders back, sit tall, draw your belly in. Feel that core support and reach your arms into a wide V. Lift skyward, tip your head back, looking up through the roof. Imagine you can see the vast morning sky. This beautiful December's morning, crisp and cold, reaching, ready for whatever comes your way, open, receptive. Turn the palms down, let your hands slowly reach down so the fingers touch alongside your body. Then inhale, reach your arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, the hands sweep over and down. Good. Inhale again, these are sun breaths. Reach and reach and reach and reach. And exhale as though you're tracing a beautiful arc around you, a safe, comfortable bubble. Fingers touch, right hand down, left arm over in a side stretch, opening the side body. Inhale up, exhale over to the left, anchoring the sit bones to the earth. Once more each side, inhale up, gentle, slow, easy movements, easy breathing. Other side, inhale up, exhale across and over. Then reach your arms out to T, circle the wrists around, drop anything that you have had a strong grip on. Let anything you're willing and ready to slip away, just letting go. Fingertips to your shoulders, roll the elbows. We hold an enormous amount of tension in the shoulders. And so we're creating space for joy, space for awareness, space for connection. And go the other way, loosening the knots that sometimes begin to form when we're rushed or hurried or stressed. Bringing movement, lubrication, and freedom Then reach the arms up overhead, grab your right wrist with the left hand, and tug over to the side. So we'll be moving the spine in all directions for a balanced practice. Inhale, come up, take the left hand, and swoop across and over. Come back up to the center. Release the arms, float them down, and then wrap them around yourself. Put your hands by your shoulders, tuck the chin, and round down, feeling the space between the shoulder blades that I love to call the cradle of the heart. The cradle of the heart, radiating the heart energy out. And then we'll lift and come up and radiate out in all directions. Arms reach again to the sky. Let the hands come out to T, and the left hand reaches for the right knee, and look over your right shoulder, putting the right hand down. Lift up through the crown, squeeze. Hold here, feeling not only the twist in the spine, across the shoulders and radiating from the hips, but also internal organs, a great squeeze that they love for digestion. Inhale, come around, exhaling, and healthy functioning of these organs, fresh blood supply, oxygen, energy. Twist and squeeze, and slowly come back to sit. Put your hands once again in your lap. Shrug your shoulders back. Let your eyes close soft. And check in. Check in. There's nothing to fix in this moment. There's no one to impress. There's nothing else to do, just this. Breath and awareness. Another deep breath in. Another slow, gentle breath out, lengthening the breath to quiet the nervous system. And then begin to unfurl. Hands, ankles, legs, stretching out the legs. Reach them in front of you. Reach them in front of you and shake them out a little bit. Maybe you'll make a little noise. Maybe you'll wake up your neighbors. Good, inhabiting this space. And then point and flex your feet, moving your ankles, circle them around. This wonderful practice moves through every joint in the body, mindfully, with intention. So in this moment, where's your mind? Are you here or are you somewhere else? And then we'll transition to table position on your hands and knees. So as you come onto your hands and knees, have the knees about hip width apart. Have your hands under your shoulders and the fingers spread wide. Cat dog curls, classic movements of the spine. Lift the tailbone and look up so there's a dip and the chest and the heart shines forward. Then round your back, tuck your chin and press up between your shoulder blades like an angry cat. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze, open heart. Exhale, round your back. Feel the movements of that spine, the house of your nervous system, all information, sensation traveling through here, and come to the center. Squeeze your right shoulder down, look over the shoulder. Squeeze the left shoulder down, look over the shoulder. Then come to the middle. Put your big toes together, take your knees a little wide, and set your hips back towards your heels, and your hands can rest underneath your brow, and you're in a child's pose. As you curl in, tuck in, take a big breath in, let out a gentle sigh, and just pause. The practice of yoga invites us to slow down, to take that pause for reflection, self-care, quiet observation without judgment. Yoga is so much more than a physical practice. It's a way of being in the world. And the deeper practices invite us to live with kindness, to care for one another, ourselves, and the earth that we share. Take a big breath in. Exhaling, come back to table position on your hands and knees. We'll take a full body stretch. Curl your toes under. Lift the hips high. Look at those knees. Hang your head and pedal one heel, then the other to the floor. And this is your downward facing dog position. So many of these postures named after creatures, animals, things we see in nature. And then both heels press back at the same time. Hang your head and shake it out a little bit so that you have this felt sense of shaking free anything that has been rolling around in your brain, rolling around in your mind, that you can soften, settle, and let it go. And then begin a slow bear walk from your downward dog to a ragdoll position. So you walk your feet up, and then hang down. And as you do, the head drops, the arms dangle. You might even hold one elbow with each hand, dropping your head into that window or resting your elbows on your knees. Begin to walk your hands up the fronts of the legs, coming up and up and up to stand. Lift your shoulders to your ears, roll them back and slide them down. And do that again, inhaling, shoulders lift, back and down. Equal standing pose if you look down to your feet and set them about hip width apart. So maybe you put one foot in between the two. Ankles under the hips under the shoulders, crown of the head to the sky. Bring your hands to your side, turn the palms out, engage the quads, engage the navel center, drawing in up the pelvic floor muscles, lift, the heart rises, the crown lifts towards the sky, and your gaze is soft. And you can listen to me and I will guide you. You can watch if you need to, if you want to. Fold your hands once again at that heart space, that place of respect, a namaste position. And as your feet press into the ground, lace your fingers to steeple, slide your thumbs up past your nose, reach into mountain pose, and then feel that connection to the earth beneath you, the fingertips rising, reaching skyward, as though you are standing on top of a mountain, and creating the shape of that mountain and enjoying the sense of connection. And even as we stretch, even as we shift and move slightly, we feel anchored like the mountain, rooted deep in the earth. What does it mean for you to feel grounded? Hold this position, this beautiful, simple, but powerful posture of presence, and slowly let the arms open wide as you bring the hands down, resting by your side and releasing any tightness, tension, and letting a wave of relaxation just flow through your body. Rock a little bit from the ball of the foot to the heel. Again, that connection, that sense of being rooted. Then turn the palms out. Inhale, arms lift, rising up, look up, palms touch. Draw the hands back down to the heart space. Stay firm and strong and rooted, hands down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms touch. Exhale through the nose, hands to the heart. One more time. Another version of a sun breath. Inhale, reach up, palms touch, and hands to the heart, connecting breath and movement. Lace your fingers to steeple. Slip back up to mountain. Reach and reach, lifting those fingertips towards the sky. And then let the body slip to the right for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So we're creating these shapes, mimicking nature, the silvery thumbnail crescent moon leaning light into the shadow. Inhale up, get really tall. Exhale over to the left and hold. Relax the jaw, keep that breath smooth and steady. Inhale up to the center. Open the arms wide. Come slowly, slowly down. Now reach your hands behind your back and squeeze the shoulder blades back. Step so that you're on the wide end of your mat. Toes turn in, shoulders back. And as you hold this posture, draw back the shoulders, lift your gaze, inhale, exhale, fall forward, hinging at the hips, letting the head drop down, the weight comes slightly forward. And as you hold the pose, breathe in and out through the nose. Keep that face and jaw relaxed. You're all doing amazing. This is called Yoga Mudra, a symbol of yoga. Dropping from the brain, lifting the heart. Coming into the place of intuition and wisdom and your heart's desire. On an inhale, come partway up. Exhale, pause there. Inhale, rise all the way up. As you come to the top, float your arms out to T position. As you come out to T position, Warrior 2 turns your right foot out to the side and your left foot angles in. As you reach the arms out, palms down, look over your right hand and bend into the right knee. So it's just about over your ankle. The belly draws in, the tail drops down. You create all these lines and angles, opening the channels for the energy or the prana to travel. And with a peaceful, steady gaze, you're looking over your fingertips. Trust what's behind you. Looking forward, but comfortably rooted in the moment. We flow, the shapes shift and flow. Turn both palms up. Bring your back hand down to the back leg. Lift your right arm, that front arm up, and look up at your fingertips. And arcing over so gracefully, this is called a peaceful warrior. Sometimes reverse or exalted warrior. Now consider your foundation firm and strong, and simply move the arms back to the warrior shape, T position. Then the right elbow dips down, rests on the knee or thigh, and the left arm reaches up, maybe straight up. Perhaps the shoulder is tender. Your arm might not look exactly the way mine does. You can also keep a hand at your waist. As you turn your gaze to look up, this is called a side angle pose. Now lift up arms to T, parallel your feet, and bring your hands to your waist. Hold your hands at the waist. Have your eyes look soft, forward, minimizing distractions, nothing to capture your attention. And this is a power pose. It sets you up for your confidence. Your power comes from balance, from being strong, yet soft, brave, like the warrior, yet peaceful. Same thing, other side. Turn your left foot out, the right foot angles in. Bend into your left knee so it's just about over your ankle. Reach the arms out, the hips are open, and the fingertips Reach wide, look over your left hand, as though you could see forever. Now, imagine this. This practice reminds us we are never separate. We are always connected. From your heart space, out through your fingertips, front and back, radiate out a sense of love, connection, a blessing of safety and peace to your neighbors, to your community, to your town, to your state, to your country, to wherever you are on the planet, and to all those who surround you. Straight from the heart, palms face up, dip the back arm down, touch, arc over. It's your classic peaceful warrior. And you've prepared yourself to move in these ways through our warm-ups, through the gentle movements. Again, peace and power. Keep the foundation, bring the arms back to T, and then your left arm rests on your thigh and the right arm reaches up, side angle, and hold. Moving in to stillness. Inhale up, arms to T, parallel your feet, and bring your hands to your waist. Once again in your power pose. Just notice how you feel. Check in what's happening now. Bringing your feet together, stepping up to the top of your space, folding your hands to the heart, draw the shoulders back, feel the feet rooted. Now place a hand at your heart and a hand to the belly. And hold this posture with confidence. With confidence, knowing that you protect and care for yourself and others with love. Hold this posture, choosing peace over violence, healing over harm, and finding harmony in your center. Big breath in. This time a cleansing sigh out through the mouth. Let the hands fall away. There's always a beautiful balancing posture in our series of practices. And a balancing posture is just an exploration. So sometimes people go over to a wall or have a chair nearby or a countertop to have some more stability. Tree pose, very classic. Your left foot presses down. Your right foot, you can look down and set yourself up. You're putting your heel against your ankle and your toes can stay on the floor, like, as my mom likes to say, a kickstand. Squeeze the quad of the straight leg. Draw your shoulders back and bring your hands to your heart. Preparing, root down to the earth. Imagine the trees themselves, standing tall, reaching wide. Lace your fingers to steeple to mimic this shape of the tree, bringing the thumbs past your nose, past your brow, up. Have your eyes to one spot. That's the secret power of balancing poses. And then separate your hands so that you create a magnificent canopy. And at the same time, the size of that canopy is mirrored in the earth beneath the roots of this tree. Quietly, touching, reaching out to others, supporting, nourishing, communicating the roots beneath us, and hold. Slowly, the arms come down. Then set your right foot down and switch sides. The left heel against the ankle, the toes on the floor, the hands to the heart. If you're feeling brave and confident, this foot could come up further and rest against the calf. Some people even the inner thigh. And then come on up, reach and reach and reach. And hold. And if you come down, just come back. This is practice. That's why we call it a yoga practice. And then open the arms in the canopy and feel the roots beneath you. connected, grounded, and drawing strength from the shared energy all around. Let your heart lift. And then slowly let your hands come down. Bring your feet firmly to the earth and your hands to the heart. Close your eyes and let everything soften, melting, a layer of tension falling away. Coming down to the ground, look down. Soften your knees. Take your hands to your thighs and then slide your hands down the knees to the shins. Keep coming down. Put your hands on the floor. Put your knees on the ground. And then find a way to roll onto your back. And as you roll onto your back, hug your knees to your chest. And rock a little bit from side to side. Feeling the upper back, shoulders, the back of the head, the feet tucked in. And then put those feet down and your hands by your side for a posture called the bridge pose. And in the bridge pose, your feet are planted, the hands are by your side, the knees and feet are hip width apart. Lift your bottom up off of the floor. And as you do, press your feet down. Press the shoulders down and lift the chest. Feel the heart rise. There's a squeeze and a strength in the back body. There's a softness and an openness in the front. And holding that posture, the bridge pose, feel that connection to the ground. Feel the openness in the chest and the heart. Notice whatever you notice. This is your practice. And then gently, slowly come down. And as you come down, knock the knees together and the feet go a little wider. And let your hands rest somewhere on your belly, on your ribs. And feel your breath. That beautiful, wondrous breath. The gift of life force, this precious human life. What if I told you that yoga helps you to improve communication with your intuition? That through these practices, you can feel more embodied and connected with nature, your loved ones, and the community around you. It happens because you're able to slow down, breathe deeply, release tension, and listen to your inner voice. And when you do that, you're able to show up in your life as your brightest and best self. Classes always end with some rest. So as you rest here in the completion of your bridge pose, you might have a movement you'd like to do. Another squeeze, a little twist. Legs might want to reach up, get a little upside down. What would feel good intuitively, naturally? A practice that emerged after spending time in deep meditation. These yogis simply observed life and were deeply committed to connecting and understanding their highest self, their truest self. The breath, of course, your most faithful companion, is the simplest tool for reconnection. So give yourself permission now to simply rest. Perhaps a layer, socks, a blanket. Taking a deep breath in and letting a gentle sigh escape. There's nothing else to do. As we rest, remembering that in a world of social media, the highlights, the constant comparison, that yoga teaches us to return to what is called in Sanskrit, Sangha, community, grounded in compassion, not competition. Practicing together, even though we're far away from one another. It reminds us that we're all students, we're all human, we're all beautiful, and beautifully imperfect. And when we share space, whether you are taking a class, whether you're out in a park, in a studio, online, we are creating ripples of connection that go far beyond the mat. So as you rest, let your heart shine. And it will get quiet for a few moments. Begin a slow return back. Move your toes and your fingers. Stretch out your limbs. Begin to draw your knees to your chest. And roll to your right side. Pause for a moment in this quiet in-between place. Ancient Celts would call it a liminal space, like a doorway between where you've been and where you're going next. But in this moment, be here now as that wonderful teacher, Ram Dass, the simple words that have been resonating through my mind since the first time I heard it, be here now. Again, that's a practice too, right? Coming back again and again, rewire your brain to be in the present moment. as you come up to sit, find a posture of meditation where you can be comfortable. The only instruction for what a yoga posture looks like in the ancient texts was that it would be steady and comfortable. Sthira sukha. All else falls away. I'd like to read to you in completion a beautiful poem from the Atharva Veda, a holy scripture created between 1000 and 800 BCE. It's called Indra's Net. And after we come to completion, it would be really fun for me and really exciting for Steve, I think, if we might be able to have a little conversation, comment, anything that you'd like to share about this topic of connection as an antidote to the epidemic of loneliness. And this amazing idea of the yogis that we are all connected. So listen to these words. There is an endless net of threads throughout the universe. I'm going to say that again. There is an endless net of threads throughout the universe. The horizontal threads are in space. The vertical threads are in time. At every crossing of the threads, there is an individual. And every individual is a crystal bead. The great light of absolute being illuminates and penetrates every crystal bead. And every crystal bead reflects not only the light from every other crystal that's in the net, but also every other reflection through the entire universe. Folding your hands to the heart. Once again, invoking gratitude for this precious human life and for all beings everywhere. May they be happy, healthy, and free from suffering. And we end by saying Namaste, which translates to the light in me sees the light in you, and we are all one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was my pleasure to lead you, to guide you in your homes. Here, near, far away, I have an old friend, Christine is here. I can't believe you're here. So awesome. My friend Barbie, others who I may or may not know. Steve, my mom is here. Hi, Beth. So if anyone wants to unmute themselves and say hello, it would be awesome. Love to hear from you. Barbie.
Just, I will say one thing. First of all, that was great. That was really, really good. And you mentioned Ram Dass.
Uh-huh.
And we're doing a free event tonight. We have a few live events, and this is a watch party. 40 years ago, I was younger then, I produced the video An Evening with Ram Dass when I was 25.
Wow.
And it's iconic, a video, and it's 40th anniversary, so we're doing a watch party with the same link. You'll get the same link you used to get here. We're going to play the first 30 minutes of the video and then open it up for discussion. Just figured I'd mention that.
I love it. So exciting. Thank you, Steve, for your appreciation. Barbie, how are you feeling today?
Thank you. I feel better now. I needed to move. I'm getting there slowly but surely. But it was such a wonderful class. I really needed that. I love that connection feeling.
Thank you.
It
How about
just,
that ancient, teachings that are just saying, look, we are so intricately connected and bright and shining, and we
yeah.
reflect one another. And I was like, when I saw that, I thought, this is it. I have to share this
No,
poetry.
and it is. It's true though. It really is. Like I tell people, like right now with everything that's going on, like I hear a lot of complaints about this, that, the other thing, right? I'm like, I feel like you need to just focus on being the best person you can and be like really good, because if you're really good to someone, then they might be really good to the next person that they encounter, and so on and so on. It's the ripples.
Yes,
I'm
so
like,
much
so
so.
just don't worry about anything. Just be a good person.
You,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
you,
isn't that the simplest invitation? Like, be kind, right? What's yoga? Be
Yeah,
kind.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
and that
Barbie's a hairdresser, so you can imagine how, person after person after
wow,
person getting
hair
to hear.
Look at me. It's hard to
hairdresser.
believe right now that I'm a hairdresser.
Stop
A
it.
hairdresser is like a therapist.
Yeah.
You tell people, it's like yeah, and one of the things, the summit sessions, we have live events, and tomorrow, we originally did the summit about a year ago, and now we're refreshing it. But one of the themes from the summit, and all those recordings will be available tomorrow, is the idea of agency. Is that you may not have control over any of the technical term mashugana or the mushagas or the insanity going on in the world, but you can choose to um, express gratitude. You can choose to be a good person. You can, and it's a little thing, but it's one of the ingredients, against the epidemic of loneliness.
Mhm.
Completely. Love
I
it.
think it just makes you feel like you can make a difference even as one person.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. And pick one thing. If it feels like
Yeah,
too much on a day, pick one thing and do that.
yeah, yeah.
That one thing and feel good about it, and then trust, as Barbie said, the ripple effect, I think, is very powerful. I believe in it. I do. Yeah.
Me
Anybody
too.
else there? Anybody else have anything to share? Hmm. I'd love to hear from you, Mom, if you know how to turn off your mute. I don't know if that. Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
so Sheila, I also appreciate that ripple effect that Barbie mentioned. Do you remember my saying my very first yoga class? And I was up at Kripalu, which is in the Berkshires, and I was in a room and I thought to myself, this is amazing. All these people being peaceful, peaceful. And I would say, like to you kids, that I'd never practiced being peaceful, being one of 8 kids and having 5 of my own and being a school teacher. But I knew that at that class that would have a ripple effect that would travel throughout the world. The whole idea of one person being kind to another, being kind to another, being kind to another, then you've got a whole lot of people being kind to others. And it was such a satisfying feeling. I thought this is something that's very important to all of us in the world. And today's practice was lovely, Sheila. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And
Thank
everybody
you.
who
Mhm.
participated as well. How wonderful, to come together on screen, but to come together and share an experience.
Mm.
That's a treat. That's a ripple right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't always get to see the students, if cameras aren't on and things like that. And I understand that and respect that. Makes, sense. But it is, I just imagine. I also imagine all the chaos in people's houses because I see that too. The cats, the dogs, the kids, the husband coming through,
The
the wife,
phone.
yeah, the phone. I mean, like it's maximum distraction is everything.
Yeah.
The first time I did a class at home during the pandemic, I went upstairs to this little landing at the top of my stairs. And the whole entire class, I'd look over, there was a dresser with a drawer on the bottom I had never paid any attention to. I couldn't stop thinking, what's in that drawer? What's in that drawer? What's in that drawer? And I'm like, stop it, just do the practice. And then by Shavasana, I couldn't help it. And I inched over and I pulled the drawer open. There was nothing in it. It was empty.
Ah,
And I just, that just cracked me up and it gave me the best sort of visual of like how easy it is to just be like, what's that? And you get drawn to, you see it, you hear it, you smell it, you get, what is it? And then it's so hard to go, okay, just, it's nothing. It's nothing. Come back.
Those are, I guess two things come to mind from hearing that. So one is, I forget the exact saying, but 99% of the things you've worried about in your life never came to pass.
Yeah.
And that what's ever in the drawer, the distraction, good or bad, it's not here and now. And then Beth and Barry, what you both said, I don't know. I guess I wrote it because I remember I read it. The autobiography of a yogi. I read it 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think one of the stories he talks about is the guru bus driver, and it could be the guru hair cutter. It could be the guru school teacher. But it's like if he talks about a bus driver that was beloved in India, crowded India, and hundreds of people, thousands maybe, a day would come in and out. And he had a big smile and a hello for every person that walked onto the bus. And that's the ripple thing that, that reminds me
So true. So true. I love it. Well, our everyday lives give us what we need. Our everyday lives, the mundane, the mud, no mud, no lotus, the Thich Nhat Hanh, it's just like there's so much to learn just by being in relationship to life. So it's so worth it to try to bust out of that loneliness pattern. I think my mom is a great example of someone who'd be like, no, I don't watch Netflix. I go to the library and I get a DVD, and then I can talk about it with the people, and then I can go return it, and it gives me a place to go and someone to see.
Yeah.
And so there are ways.
that's what part of the reason why we're doing these journals.
Yeah.
It's a way to unplug and to connect with the real world. And a quick note, because I know we're
Oh,
almost
time to
done.
go. Hmm.
1 o'clock today is brilliant author and influencer Brian Reeves will be on the same link. You'll get an email reminder. He is doing incredible work in men's work, and he's works with John Lee, who wrote The Flying Boy, and he's brilliant. So if you can check that out at 1 o'clock, that'll be live. Then we have, of course, our good friend Beryl Bender. She's on at 5 o'clock. She's going to do one of her signature meditation classes, which is going to be great. And then we're doing, I think 7 or 7:30, we're going to be doing the Evening with Ram Dass watch party. So we'll watch the first 30 minutes and then have community and talk about it. And then the summit is tomorrow. And then I think it's noon or 1 o'clock, we have Stephen Paig, who, one of on the launch team with Omega. He's a dear friend, and he'll actually be playing some music tonight before the Evening with Ram Dass. It's the 40th anniversary of an Evening with Ram Dass, and he performed 2 songs 40 years ago at the real event. So he's going to do that today, and then tomorrow he's doing a live qigong class at 12 or 1 o'clock, and it's all free. It's all part of the summit. And Sheila, that was great. Everyone who showed up, thanks so much. And anything else?
Thank you, Steve. Is a great lineup. There's some amazing people. And I love that I can tap in and out because, of course, we have life and work and things to do. But I hope to see y'all soon.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Sheila.
Welcome. Steve,
Thanks.
we'll talk
Thank you
later.
so much, Sheila. That was really great.
My pleasure.
All right. So thanks so much, and hopefully we'll see you throughout the next couple of days.
Thank you, Steve.
Excellent,
Goodbye.
Sheila. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.